Hello, dear Lawrence.
Hello, everybody. How is everybody?
I am doing very good, and I am massively excited for
I'm
today.
sure. Of course, it's a big day, isn't it?
Yes, it's Trent's Tactics again.
Yeah, that's the main focus of today. It's the World Championships
Yeah,
again.
yeah, yeah.
We've been talking about it a lot, haven't we, over the past few
I think
weeks? I've been
everybody
talking
has a
about it on
bit.
my show. Yeah.
Everybody who is to do with a little bit of chess might use the words Magnus Carlsen, Nyanya Ponyashi World Championship, and Dubai in some kind of way.
Exactly. Now, unfortunately, we're not there. I know a lot of people that are there. They all look like they're having a great time, by the way, in
Certainly.
beautiful, sunny Dubai.
Must be nice. Yeah. Here it's
Yeah.
raining. Here it might be even
Yeah.
get some snowies in the weekend.
Oh, really? Yeah, it could snow
Yeah.
in Hamburg.
Like
Doesn't surprise me.
snow and rain together. It's just like this mass
Yeah,
of ugh.
amazing.
You know what's very good about what to do with when the weather is really bad?
Play chess on playchess.com.
Yeah,
Go to the
probably
ChessBase
too.
shop and buy all the products there.
That's getting
That's
getting
all. That's a
warmer.
good idea. Yeah.
I think it's really nice on a cold and rainy day to solve some tactics. So, and you have, of course, you
Yes,
prepared a nice special. So I'm
I
really looking
did.
forward to this, and I think a lot of you as well. It's about some masters at work.
Well, yeah, it's not just Masters. Today I've decided to select a few games from World Championship finals, as we are in World Championship season.
Nice.
Having a look at some famous tactics, and what we'll do is we'll continue this. Assuming I'm here next week, yes, I am. We'll continue this next week.
Awesome.
So it's a nice little theme, a World Championship tactics theme. Some of these are more tough than others. We'll see if we can get through the ones that I prepared today, because we also want to do the tactics portal. But yeah, so I thought we would kick things off today. I guess I'll share my screen again now.
Just share it. Yeah, let's see how far we can get, and
Yeah.
then maybe it's so time consuming, so interesting, and so much fun.
Yeah.
But I also want to do some like tactics on our training
Yes.
section, to be honest.
Exactly. So
D4, huh? That's
yeah.
What
So
to do for black here?
well, this is an interesting one. I'm taking it from the start because the tactics get very spicy very quickly. This is the game between Alekhine and Euwe from 1937. We had a Slav, and the spicy d takes c4 very early on, which allows e4. And in this position here, Max Euwe played the very controversial move pawn to e5. The main
Love it.
idea here for black is to play b5.
Yes.
If we do a little thing here, you can still see tons of games in this line where black tries to keep the pawn, but he can't because white can play a4. And after b4, white now has a choice, as you can see. The main idea is to play knight to a2. And as it turns out, both of these pawns are on prise, and white wins back one of the pawns. It normally goes knight f6, e5, knight e5, and bishop takes c4. And this is kind of the starting position. And white is slightly better, as you can imagine, but it's probably nothing to write home about.
Gotcha.
However,
yeah.
Euwe played the move e5, which has still been tried by a few players. We can see the top game Jones-Lalich from 2013.
It looks a bit like an Albin's counter gambit variation, of course, a little bit.
Little bit, but it
is completely different after.
Yeah, it is a bit different. So here, the main move apparently is just to bring the knight up, but Alexander Alekhine played a very interesting move, bishop takes c4, and actually I should do it like this, shouldn't I? I should cover the moves here.
I don't see anything. No, we're completely covered, so you're safe. You're safe. You can do whatever you want. I couldn't even see the online examples.
Okay, great. So bishop takes c4 was played by Alekhine. Now, obviously, the question is, well, hold on, what happens after the move?
Exactly.
Right, you've
Queen h5, or is that a bit too ambitious.
Queen h5 is actually quite interesting. I hadn't considered queen h5.
It
although
might.
it is...
I mean, the queen gets attacked, and then we're in problems. We have problems, right?
No, because I thought your idea was to go here check.
Yeah, exactly. But oh gosh, yeah.
So I don't see a clear reason why that doesn't work. Maybe black would just play queen e7, and the knight still has to go somewhere, and then if knight e2, maybe something like knight f6. Yeah, he's getting a bit of time getting his pieces out, right? So that's
Anyways, sorry, that was just my foolishness.
I mean, that's certainly a move. No, but I mean, I'm going to show you the move Alekhine played, which is a fascinating move, because here he played the move knight f3.
Oh, come on! Oh yeah, beautiful. Yeah. Okay, you can of course win a queen after just a couple of moves.
Well, it's not that easy, right? Because on d takes c3,
the king can move up.
Arne is alluding to this very well-known idea. This pattern, bishop takes f7. Obviously, king loses the queen to this. So you have to go king e7. And here, actually, black doesn't lose the queen, because after bishop g5 check, he does have the block knight f6.
It's effective.
Effective, yeah. So the point is that after king e7, actually, the main move is just to go queen d3 anyway.
Wow.
And we can kind of stop here. We can pause here for a second, because
this is what actually happened? No.
No. Okay, this has happened in games afterwards.
Oh, okay.
This position is basically very, very, very difficult for black to play. You're threatening the knight, right? So you're threatening the knight.
Yeah.
If the knight comes to f6, you can actually consider a lot of moves here, but even just the simple b takes c3 here.
Oh, another check.
White threatening this looks very nasty.
Wow.
E5 might exist
E5,
here as a move.
That was my idea, yeah.
Yeah, so there are all kinds of moves here, which is why Euwe didn't do that, but he played the move b5 instead. Now, let's just take a moment here to understand rather what's going on, right? Because we're seeing in this position here, right? We are seeing black move only pawns, right? 6 moves in, he's only moved pawns. White has got 3 pieces out. So already, even at this early stage, you would tend to think that there is something, available here for white, basically. And Alexander found it. Now, I wonder if you can see something here, Arne. So first
it's already going on. That's awesome. Like, from when was this game again? Sorry.
1937.
1937. So this was a world championship, and they played. How many games did they play against each other? Do you know that?
11 draws, 10 wins, or 25. Something like
25 games. And Alexander Alekhine won pretty solidly, right? Or
he won easily this match.
Okay, now try to save some time with some small talk, but I couldn't really find the... Well, okay, let's take a look. Can we find something sweet here? What are the options? Now, there's still, of course, the f7 move, which always has to be considered, I believe. And once that is done, the king takes, and then the queen can go to b3, give a check, but then the bishop goes in between and nothing happens.
Nothing really happens.
Okay. Knight g5, but then the black queen takes.
Yeah, exactly.
Pity. Why is chess so difficult sometimes, right?
It is.
Okay.
I would always say, look at the last move your opponent played.
Yes. So then the other option is to take this particular pawn.
Right. And if pawn takes?
Then we take back, I guess. But why would we take?
Why would we take back? Exactly. Why would we take?
Okay, so we take the pawn. First of all, with which piece do we take the pawn? And my
Well, we
idea would be
always go on. What is your idea?
to take with the knight.
Yeah, always take with the knight for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and then once the pawn takes back, then we have this very silent and pretty move, bishop to d5.
Beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
Just
That is so nasty. Wow.
really nasty. And actually, you don't just lose. You lose the house here because
Yeah.
you can't actually defend the rook, and the position is just
The
it's just over. right?
queen's
I mean,
check
it's just-
doesn't. Yeah, there's
Yeah,
and
they give
because
a check, you can just block.
because
right.
there's no piece really evolved.
That's it.
That's
No.
the reason.
Yep. So a very nasty tactic.
So
now
you
in
shouldn't take
yeah.
back, of course.
no, but I'm not even sure this was Euwe's idea because in the game Euwe played the move bishop a6.
Oh my
yeah.
god.
And now we're pinned. So what do we do now?
You know what I'm just hoping? That Nepo and Carlsen have a game like this.
Unfortunately.
It will probably not happen, right? Or if Nepomniachtchi plays Albin's counter Gambit, I would
chance.
lose my mind. He's playing this oftenly in Blitz.
Is he?
Yeah, he does. He's actually I checked the database because I'm playing a lot with Fritz 18 at the moment.
Oh,
And I checked.
I played around with it as well.
It's so much fun. My
very
God,
fun, yeah.
Especially I personally love the autoplay so much. I just play like crazy openings and let the Fritz play against each other. But anyway, so I was checking out Albin's counter Gambit, and the name Nepomniachtchi appears quite often for Blitz and Rapid games, and with a good result, of course, because he's a good player. Yeah.
Okay.
And it's always the variation which you mentioned in your course with the standard variation with the knight to d7, I think. Yeah. Anyway, okay. Now, what's happening here? Damn.
So white's a play. So
yeah.
We have to keep the energy up here, right? Basically.
I guess yes.
Yeah, the energy needs to stay very high here.
So the first idea, just out of instinct, is Queen b3.
Nice. Queen
If takes back, or if the knight gets taken, well, of course a check on f7 is probably the way to go and to deal with this. Yeah. Many moves again. Well, many. There's two. Another check.
Well, there's two, but the point.
Bishop
Yeah,
f4. Bishop f4.
Bishop f4 is very interesting, threatening queen e6 mate.
Yeah.
I guess bishop d6 would be possible.
But what about e5 now?
E5. This looks very, very, very promising. Yeah.
And then the queen a5 gives the king another spot to leave and a check. Annoying. But then the bishop
not
just
really.
goes
You
back.
can go back.
Yeah. We win a
exactly.
piece like this, actually.
Yeah.
We win a
And
piece
in fact,
back.
After queen a4, we wouldn't even do that.
Yes. Yes.
And that would
Okay,
be
so
the
that's e5 is nice.
Yeah. So I mean, and you know, in the worst case, Arne, I always say that in these positions here, right? The worst case.
Oh yeah,
no,
true.
You can't. No, you can't. Why can't you? That's cute.
Why can't
you?
I?
I mean, you can.
Oh yes, I just take with the rook. Look at this opening. How much fun it is.
Yeah, beautiful.
Oh right.
So I mean, your move bishop f4 looks good. Queen e6 check immediately has to be analyzed, of course.
Yeah.
Even something as rudimentary as knight takes d4, it wouldn't surprise me if this move was just good. You know.
Yes.
So, I mean, basically, you can't allow the king to be out in the center. So, Euwe played the move queen e7.
This was the actual game.
This was the game. Yeah.
Is it? Am I a bit like? Is it embarrassing that I do not know this game? Is this a very?
It's not the most famous. I mean,
crazy.
It's
so much fun. I mean,
yeah, it's a lot of fun.
In my opinion.
A lot of fun.
Now, okay. So the queen goes to e7.
Yeah, the queen goes to e7.
How
And now?
to proceed? How to give some further... There's an attack on e4 too. A little unpleasant. Oh.
So yeah, what's the natural move here?
I think e5?
No,
It
that's
isn't.
not the natural move. No.
Oh, it's just castling, right?
Yeah, of course. it's getting on
I
with
didn't even
business.
think of it for sorry. Yeah. Castling makes a lot of sense.
And after bishop takes b5?
Well, do we... Well, I think we take back.
Okay, and c takes?
Queen takes check.
No, it's the same tactic as before. You always got to keep your eye out.
Oh, d5.
Yeah, just queen d5.
Oh,
And
that
win
is
the rook.
really working.
Yeah, and that's really worth knowing. This concept here is really, really, really worth knowing.
Sweet.
Yeah, very sweet indeed. Very, very nice. And
But that didn't happen, did it?
no, he played knight f6 here. And now, well, white can just come back, and the problem is black is completely busted here because, well, is white even a pawn down? No, white isn't even a pawn down.
Yeah.
And black's position is in tatters. It went knight d7, white took, he's a pawn up, back, put the knight on f5. Now bishop f4 was cute. Yeah,
another little.
And now bang!
Oh
look at this.
my gosh!
Look at this one. Yeah, this is cute. He just took. I mean, it's not a spectacular sacrifice.
I see. I get it now. Yes.
And
I had to think for a second. Yeah.
Very nicely.
Wow.
The bishop protects the pawn.
Yeah.
Rook d5, and now bishop d6. Oh, am I still there? Yeah, I think.
Yeah, you're still there.
Yeah. Bishop d6, and now b4. And technical victory. Wasn't even technical. He got pinned, and Euwe, as you can imagine, had enough. This was a catastrophic opening experiment.
Wow.
For Euwe. But I mean, it's a game that teaches us a lot, right? Moving pawns excessively in the opening when your opponent has got a lot of pieces out normally spells trouble.
Yeah, that's what I do, by the way, all the time. I play pawns like a machine until they're gone all.
Well, you know,
not
got
good.
to be careful. Got to be careful. Yeah, exactly. So that was a nice start, wasn't it? Should we go to the next one?
Exactly. Yes, please. Yes, please.
All right, this one we actually have to turn around. This is the game between Michal Botvinnik and Michal Tal from the World Championship match in 1960.
Mikey versus Mikey.
Mikey versus Mikey. Obviously, one of the most fascinating World Championship matchups because stylistically they were so contrarian, right? Michal Tal, the genius from Riga.
The wizard.
The wizard.
Magician. What is it? The magician
of Riga. Yeah, the magician of Riga. One of the greatest attacking, if not the greatest attacking player of all time.
Mm-hmm.
And Michal Botvinnik, just an incredibly gifted tactical player, very correct player, was risk averse, didn't really get into big trouble ever if he could avoid it.
Mm-hmm.
But of course, when you play somebody like Tal will find a way to try and muddy the waters, to try and make things uncomfortable. And this is a typical Tal position here.
So it's clearly he's black.
Michal Tal is black. Now, the situation is clear. Bishop takes f5 has just happened, hitting the rook on b1. So the rook came to a1. And I'm not going to get you to find the move here. I'm just going to show you the move. And then we can analyze some variations. So Michal Tal played the move.
Oh my God.
He doesn't need an invitation.
Yeah, I good. Thank you for telling me because I would have never found this move. Never.
Is it a good move? That's not completely clear to me. Actually, I think it's an all right move. But is it a clear move? No. A clearly good move? No. Because, well, white has to take. Let's start with that. You can't allow the knight to sit there. So you have to take, and his idea is to late he takes f4. So what has black gained? Well, he's gained the open diagonal. And the fact is that this bishop on e3 is a bit short of squares.
Bit uncomfy, yeah.
Yeah. Now, this is where, in modern day chess, somebody like Fabiano or somebody like, let's just use Fabiano as an example, would approach this position with white and simply calculate it out. And Fabiano, no doubt, in this position, would play the move bishop takes a7. In those days, they weren't as good calculators, and they weren't basically... Oh, sorry, I beg your pardon, not bishop takes a7. I mean to play a3 first, kick the queen, queen b3, and now bishop takes a7.
Oh, okay.
Now, this looks a little scary, right? Because the bishop can be locked in. Looks like it could be trapped by rook a8. And if black wins the bishop back, then he's got an amazing initiative. 2 bishops, like an amazing position, right? But the point is here that white has got the very, kind of obvious knight b5. You protect the bishop. Queen takes is not possible because you blunder the rook on c4. And of course, if you go rook takes c1, white can just take back. And now the queen is protecting the knight. And the other point is that if you now go bishop d3, there's a very important check here. And suddenly you just toast because knight takes d6. And this is coming in. Now, I have to say...
The toast move.
That's why the players of today are better. So, for example, Fabiano is an objectively better player than Mikhail Botvinnik.
Okay.
Right. So, Fabiano would find a3, queen b3, bishop takes a7. I'm sort of 90% sure in a very stressful situation, such as a world championship match.
Okay.
In those days, there was a bit of a, taking a pawn like this. It wasn't seen as good. So Botvinnik played bishop d2, but now queen takes b2 happened. Now the c3 knight is hanging, rook a b1, and this is rook a b1 is an interesting move. Yeah.
He just moved it away from there. How funny.
Yeah. The point is now, though, that if black takes, you can take back, you get out the pin. And after queen c2, you run into the very nasty bishop e4, actually trapping the queen.
That's nice.
Yeah, very nasty. So instead, Tal played another move. So what move could possibly be played here to make things difficult?
For black.
Yeah.
And it is not taking bishop, and the queen goes to a3 because now why is that? Because I see it now. Okay, there's a check on e6 then, of course.
It's not easy, that's for sure.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, you at home, do you know this game? If so, do you know the move? If you do not know the game, what do you think can happen here? Of course, you can take a look at the diagrams, which are below in the video, in the article. Well, to mind comes a sacrifice. I'm just not yet sure which one and how, because there is a lot of options. I can take the bishop, the rook, the knight. Why do I always? There's not really many. There's not many pieces, and I'm getting it wrong for 3 times in a row. Really.
That's funny.
At least I don't say king and pawn, but even that. Anyway, so I can take the knight on c3 with a couple of different pieces. I don't think with the queen.
You lose the queen, right?
Yeah, I would lose the queen. But then, yeah, and then I can take one of the rooks. So then I have to. Oh, this might work. No, it doesn't. I'm a piece down after that. And if I take this rook. So what happens if I take the rook on b1 with the queen?
With the queen.
Is this a bit too far-fetched? How do you take back?
I probably take back with the rook, right?
Yeah. So then I take the knight on c3 with the
On
bishop, I guess.
c3. And now I guess I have a small moment. Firstly, I have rook c1 again, which might be good. Or I might just play rook takes b7.
Okay, and okay. Okay. f3 was another idea then.
Here or before?
Now here, but before I had it too. But
Yeah. Yeah, no, but f3 is the move. So well done.
okay, yeah. Okay, I see it. Yeah. Because it makes more sense now, and it's because of the check on e5, which
There's a check on e5,
which can make everything more
now
dramatic.
as it turns out, this is sort of typical Tal style, but as it turns out, it's probably still good for white if he does just take it.
Oh, okay.
The idea being that after takes, queen c2, bishop e4 is still good. Because after rook takes e4, and this is where I think Botvinnik would have got to, he probably stopped here because knight takes e4, queen takes b1, he probably thought was bad, and he probably thought that queen takes e4 at the very least here. I mean, bishop e5 check is probably the correct move.
Yeah.
And then queen takes d2, and black is doing very well, obviously.
Yes.
He's actually material up and the knight is hanging. But, again, this is where better calculators find knight takes e4, queen takes b1, and now knight takes d6. You had to go this extra half move.
And now with mate ahead.
Yeah, this check is going to be brutal, and the rook is hanging. And actually, that is not survivable for black.
Wow.
So instead, after f3, Botvinnik collapsed and played the move rook takes b2. And now the point is you can take on e2. Now c3 is hanging, and after rook b3 defending, you now have this lovely move rook d4. This is a move that Tal had to see in advance, but it's quite easy because you're just attacking the bishop.
Oh, that's so silent.
And after this, you give check. You now attack this rook, and actually the position is already close to over because I think after here, basically, I guess you can just do this move. Just remove a defender. Rook takes c3. If bishop takes c3, rook d1 check, the king has got nowhere to go. And you win like this. And if rook takes c3, just again rook d1, and you have, amazingly, you just don't have any moves here as white. You can't even give a check on c8 because c8 is covered by the bishop. That's over. That's just the end of the game.
Very sweet.
So instead, Botvinnik took on e2. Tal now took here, and we got this position. And I'll stop here, but basically bishop e4. The two bishops cause absolute chaos in the white position. Black is actually material up for the moment, right? It's 4 against 5, so he's a pawn up, and the rook can't even leave. And the bishop
pair, of course,
Yeah, and the rook can't even leave here because bishop d3 just pins the bishop.
Ew.
So,
wow.
A lovely little idea there. I mean, again, it wasn't totally sound, but I thought, this move, it's so typically Michal Tal.
It's lovely, yeah. I like to play like this too if I have the chance. I really enjoy it when even the positional advantage is just a tiny bit better. It so often makes the game so complicated for a couple of players, and that's sometimes what you need. Then again, I'm talking about blitz games maybe or something like that. Because then it's even more effective, of course.
It is, of course.
You have less time to calculate is this correct, how to do this and stuff like that. Do we have time for one last one?
Yeah, sure.
Nice. I'm enjoying this big time.
Okay, so we have to flip this board around here. This is Petrosian Botvinnik, 1963.
Okay, again Botvinnik.
Yep, another Botvinnik game. And now this one, the situation is extremely clear. White is much better for pretty obvious reasons. He's got better minor pieces. He's got initiative on the queen side. He's got more active rooks. His king is objectively safer. So everything in this position is just better for white. Black played the move bishop e8. Okay. White here could just take this pawn, by the way. That's a completely fine move. But white decided to be even more to the point and played c5, trying to undermine this structure and break open files. Obviously, this rook against the queen sits a bit uncomfortably. So this is your one, the last one for today. d5, white to play. How to proceed?
How to proceed.
Correct. How to proceed.
How to... So, what was the last move? It was d5?
c5.
c5, sorry.
And d5, yeah. d5.
Yeah, d5.
Yeah.
So, I have to first figure out why d5. That's why I'm a bit irritated. So why couldn't you take?
Here, take?
Yeah.
You can, but after queen takes c5, you're hitting the rooks.
It looks worse. Okay,
You're hitting the pawn. You're hitting this guy.
So it was, but then you lose a piece too. That's why
You mean after taking on d5?
Yeah.
I guess the idea was that after bishop takes d5...
Then you can take on e2?
Yeah, exactly. You can take on e2 here, and at least you get some counterplay.
Okay. Funny.
Yeah, the idea was not to give any counterplay here.
Now, what can we do here? I don't see that many threats. So what can we take? a7 we already had. c7 not the best idea maybe. d5 of course an idea. But by the way, what happens when we take with the rook? Well, there's always this diagonal where the two rooks on the black squares are. There must be something about it. Now, what would just happen if we go to g5? The bishop goes in between, right? Yeah. Oh, okay. So what happens if we actually go to d6 with the bishop? I think that should be
well done.
That should be the trick, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Why did I see it so late? I mean, I saw this like from the first move on, and I didn't consider this. But of course, it's big trouble for black. Black can actually not take back, I guess.
Well, actually, I mean, what else are you supposed to do here? But yeah, I mean, you can't take back because the double attack, beautiful double attack. Yeah, you're right. He didn't take back, but in the game, he just went queen d7.
I see.
White took the material and went on to win. The rest of the game is not really relevant.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just a full exchange, and the queen side is still weak. Some chances here for black to hold on, but Petrosian was far too strong, far too good to allow that. But a cute little tactic to finish things off.
Excellent. We're
going to have plenty more of these next week as well, so no fear.
That's great. You're moving from the 60s to the 70s, 80s or so, something like this, or is it like random?
Yeah, I'm going to come up. So probably they're going to be later. We'll see what ends up happening.
Okay, let's solve some tactics and get to 2,300.
Let's do that.
That's ambitious.
All right.
I have to do this and that, and yeah, if you see a mate in one, just
I do see a mate in one, so we're gonna go that one.
Yes, perfect.
The first one is
the warm ups, yeah. So we're at 2,221.
Oh wow, these are all super easy.
Yeah, I even saw that one.
Oh no, I pressed next too quickly.
That's okay.
We lost
That's
12
another.
points there.
Oh, that's not okay.
Yeah, let me just drill through a few to get back to where we were. I'm assuming that this is correct here.
That looks very
Okay.
good. Oh gosh, there's so many
Oh.
threats.
And now this is the move.
And then the bishop with
And
a
then-
check. Yeah. Very nice.
All right.
Okay,
are we
we're
back.
back.
To where we
We're
were?
back.
Yeah,
2
okay.
2 2 3. 2 2 2 2 2 2 2.
Okay, black to play here.
So immediately d4 is something to look at. So
Yeah.
if we take on f2, yeah, I think rook takes on f2 is the trick, right?
King takes.
Queen d4. Oh,
Bishop
wait, whoa,
E3.
whoa, and then the queen on e5, but then we lost quality.
Well, that might actually be the correct solution, and with the claim that the attack is just very strong there, it wouldn't surprise me if that is
But
the correct
that-
solution.
Are you? Yeah. Oh, I
Yeah,
don't even
because-
see. Isn't there anything better?
Well, that's what I'm trying to work out. I personally don't see anything better than that.
And now it makes sense. And now what you're saying also makes sense because, yeah, we have to acknowledge that our rook on a2 is in a desperate situation. So we just have to make the best out of this. Let's see.
I think it's right. Yeah. Oh, he went bishop e3 immediately. He didn't even take.
Nasty.
Well, now the next move is really important and classic. I think you'll get this.
Ay.
Keep.
Ah, yeah. So we take the bishop on g2.
Has to.
Yeah, that's nice. It follows
And
up
here
with.
I don't know.
Yeah, me
I
neither.
don't know which.
I think we take with the bishop to just take the rook.
Yeah. Take the rook, and then
And
we're 2 pawns
that
up.
should be.
3 pawns up.
Yeah,
sorry,
that
3
should
pawns.
be the win overall for white. Nice. Let's go.
This one here.
That one is
Not straightforward.
definitely not. Not straightforward. Nicely put.
What a weird position.
Yes. Super weird. Okay, now what happens if we go with the queen to e6? Nothing happens. Absolutely nothing happens.
Not a bad idea. To
Thanks.
Try and come around.
Yeah, right. But we can't break through there.
Oh, I've seen it. I've got it.
Oh, you got it. Oh,
Yeah, I got it.
Lawrence, why?
I got it. But it was. Yeah, it wasn't easy. I don't even know how to hint this one. I almost don't want to hint.
Oh, wow. Okay, give me another 10 seconds.
All right.
Did you at home
Curious if the guys at home got this.
find out about that one? I think the 10 seconds are over, aren't they?
They are.
So my desperate attempt would be... Doesn't work either. Well, rook takes d2, but
No,
it doesn't. It's not
it.
right.
No. It's rook takes g3
Yeah, that's what I thought. Wow. Can we
and
please...
bishop takes h4.
Oh,
pinning.
oh, that is very, very sweet.
And on knight f1, the point is we've got bishop takes f1. That's
Oh,
the important spot. But not an easy one. Not an easy one.
definitely not. No.
Okay. Queen d6.
Not
Okay,
many
this-
pieces on the board. This should be
Yeah,
doable, no?
This one is very easy.
Is it
for
just
me.
check on h2 with the rook,
Yeah,
and then we
it
go to
is.
b2 with the queen?
Correct. Yep.
Great.
Okay. Next one. Okay, this one has to be straightforward because there is nothing else. So
Oh.
I mean, there's only one move here to win a pawn.
Is it bishop f7?
Yeah. It's
Okay.
bishop f7.
Okay.
It's just bishop f7.
So simple.
Yeah.
Solved.
Just simple.
Okay. Good. Fair enough. Whoops, sorry for that.
All right.
Emails are coming in.
Now this one
Oh.
is...
You might think it is takes on b2, but there's probably white gets checkmated here. Almost.
Wait a second. Hold on. We are playing black. Are we it's
We're
black to move.
black. Oh my
We're
goodness.
black and we're going up the board. So it's black to move.
Well, then it might be easier. Good you saw the black spot on the bottom right.
Yes. Always check what's at the bottom.
Yeah, I was worried to find the solution for white here. So for black, of course, there can only be... Oh, no, yeah. What is with the knight to b4 check? Where can the king actually go?
A takes b4, Arne. A takes b4.
Oh, because we're going...
Up, yeah.
So what if we take a4, a3, so a4 cannot take back? I guess with the rook.
Well, firstly, he's got... Okay, so rook takes... I go rook takes.
Oh, gosh. I'm so confused with the
pawns.
Rook takes, no, it is right. It's right.
No, it's right. And then knight b4 is mate.
Oh, my goodness.
It's just mate in two.
I found something. On my own.
That's nice.
Yeah, I was confused, but I was still confused with the pawns. Where, in which direction do they go? It took me a bit too long. You know when there's a person saying, do we have to go to the left or to the right? And the answer is yeah. That's how I am sometimes still.
That was great. Okay.
We still have a couple of minutes left. Let's make the best out of this. Okay. So we are, oh my goodness, difficulty 2500. We're our master level.
So far, right?
Yeah,
that's
master level.
So
new record. So this might be the last one. But our rating is 2250 though, so that's a little accomplishment. Let's not lose it here.
Yeah. All right. So obviously the tactic is to do with the e6 pawn moving and the knight on f3 moving and some combination of all of that.
Exactly. Stuff. But in which order and how? So e6 is very... Oh, we don't have a queen. How?
No, we don't. We're also material down here.
Maybe for a reason.
So... I mean, e6 does feel right to me. Very.
But how to follow up? So what is even happening after d5 and then rook to d8 to protect d5?
Mm-hmm. e6, d5? Exactly, e6, d5.
e6, d5, but then we can double up our rooks and we might have...
Too slow.
It's too slow, right? Yeah.
I think so, yeah. Too slow. I think knight g5 is the next move I'm looking at.
But if we play e6 and there's d5, then we can take on g7. Is this helpful? Is this enough? Rook g8 and then we go to e5 and then we have a pawn. I don't know. I don't think that's the solution.
Feels slow, right?
Yeah.
Feels slow. Feels a little too slow to me. To my eyes.
Oh, that's such a tough cookie. Nice. Our last episode was already tough cookies to solve, which it was. But this one.
This one is tricky. So knight g5. Knight g5 attacking the queen. If queen takes g2, king takes g2, bishop takes g5, we have an easy advantage there after e6. So I just don't. So knight g5, he has to move the queen. So where does he move the queen? Queen a7, let's say.
Yeah.
Then if we go e6, I think it's knight g5, queen a7, e6. Oh, no, sorry. Yeah, e6 there. Because bishop takes g5, ed7. Sorry, bishop takes g5, ed7 check, double check.
A double check cannot be wrong.
King, now if king f7,
this is
g6, not totally clear to me.
Wow. What was the? You have you're solving tactics all the time. Sorry, don't want to disrupt your thoughts. But what was the longest tactic you've ever sat on?
Oh, I don't know. I have no idea. I have no idea.
I've sat on some tactics for a couple of days.
Oh wow!
Sometimes,
not
yeah. So I just look at them and then I can't find it. I'm stopping and then.
Okay. So knight g5.
So for you at home, by the way, if you have a tactic like this, I know it's not the most fun thing to do, but use your freaking head to try to find the solution. That's the only way how we can get our brains to work, to exercise our chess knowledge, our chess tactics and stuff like this. The more often we do this, the better we can get in tactics, and we can at one point reach a level of Lawrence. Who is in his Zen mode right now.
No, I'm not. Yeah, I don't have it, though. I don't have a clear...
Yeah, it's...
Let's go with knight g5.
Okay, let's hope for it.
No.
Oh, okay.
So maybe it's another
So
knight.
is it then... No, is it e6? No.
It could be e6.
No.
So we screwed that one up.
A bit. Not good. Okay, so now we know the knight cannot go to g5. What about d4?
Yeah, and queen
now,
a7.
I always had this knight e6 idea.
Not there, but nice. Ooh. I don't think the idea is to go knight e6. I think it's just to take here. Wow.
Oh my lord.
And it's just claiming that white is crushing because obviously castles runs into the fork.
Yes.
Queen. If you play a move like bishop f8, now for sure.
Now e6 has to happen. And there's always this rook hanging on a8 too.
If we want it, but I'm not even sure we would want it.
Now we can take it because that'll help us with maybe even checkmating. No, you're right. Maybe not. Maybe
sure.
not.
I like the idea of having the bishop here. You know, here, for example, a move like bishop takes g7.
Yeah, or bishop d5.
Or bishop d5. That's also a very, very decent suggestion.
Looks nice.
So actually, I'm gonna put the engine on here. So
let's take a look. That's a good idea.
Knight d4 white is 1.5, so it's not massively winning. Now it is massive. And after bishop f8, let's try. Knight d6 check as well. Of course. Of course. You have to take.
That is lovely.
And if king f8.
King f8 goes into rook e7, and it has to be checkmate in a couple of moves, no?
Yeah, and then some rook.
Bishop d5, the rook swings over. Yeah.
Very nasty.
And king d8 runs.
King d8,
we just take on g7, and then we give a check, and then it's over, I guess.
Yeah, and these bishops.
Yeah, queen c6 is the only move now, so yeah.
Well, we can just take it, right?
Oh,
amazing.
So we still got some points because we got it in the third move.
Right.
I mean, we always have the hint option, and I wonder how... Yeah.
I'm curious how bad knight g5 is. Oh, it is bad. Queen b5, I missed that. So queen b8,
attacking.
though... it just says it's equal. But okay, I would never play like this.
And, yeah.
e6, it does like. e6, bishop takes g5. I mean, we're just getting into madness territory. We're just a whole queen down here.
Yeah, that's the problem a bit, and it's
better.
I mean, the poor engine goes like, what? I don't know where to start.
But we're a full queen down. We're a full queen down, and it says we're better. How beautiful is that?
It is very, very nice. Okay, you can unshare that. That was a very, very smooth and lovely finish. Yeah. Okay, cool. So that was it for today. Now it is time, and you're probably already watching this, so probably you will skip this complete episode, maybe until tomorrow. I hope not. I hope you will still find time to look at it tonight, but right now, Carlsen is probably still playing Nippon Nashi. unless they're
Well, they haven't started yet.
they haven't started yet, but we're showing this episode at 5 o'clock.
They'll be watching
So
it by now,
unless they play like who was it? Here Alekhine against Euwe. Unless they play like this, it's probably still running.
Remember, there's no quick draws allowed in this World Championship.
Isn't there?
No, you can't.
So after 40 moves,
you can make a
what?
repetition. 40 moves, yeah.
Okay.
That's good. That's good for the fans. No quick draws. They can make a repetition, but
I hope so.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably. And also funny, there's no time increment until the 60th move.
Good. So we're going to get some time trouble. Hopefully, it's going to be just very exciting. We'll see.
Oh gosh,
Fingers crossed.
I'm already destroying furniture here. Okay, Lawrence, thanks a lot.
All right.
We see each other next week. Bye, everybody.
Bye.